Two things happen every time I sit down to film. The dog comes over and all of a sudden needs my attention, and the sirens start outside. Okay, so it's time, everyone. Here they go, the sirens. It's time to finally open these Deluxe Wicked dolls. Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. This is a video that I'm doing out of necessity more than anything else. It was quiet. I swear to you it was quiet 5 minutes ago. I swear to you. It was quiet because I need space in my displays, and I have these two Deluxe Wicked dolls in the boxes and they need to just take up less space, so I want to take them out of the boxes. They're not in the box for any particular reason other than, you know, this error. Underneath there is the, you know, the drama, the one where they accidentally put a website on the bottom of a child's toy. I do have all of the Wicked dolls that I wanted, and I'll show you my Wicked doll collection and we'll talk a little bit about Wicked. You might know, if you've been around here for a minute, I'm a musical theater girl. I was one of those people in high school, you know, the ones that are super annoying and love musical theater. That was who I was back in the day. And I went to school for theater, and now I work in theater, and I'm no longer really a musical theater girl. I'm a much more of like a calm, sort of not musical play girl. But you know, you get stuck in a career and then it becomes your life. Wicked was popular when I was in high school. It came out in 2004. I would have been a sophomore in high school then. I really got into it. I think it was my junior into senior year when I went to music camp. Yes. Music camp for voice, obviously, that's what you do. And everybody was super into it there. I got super into it there. So it, you know, followed me around for the next few years. You know, me and my friends sang for good at our graduation, because like, of course, that's what you did, right? I'm pretty sure I sang The Wizard and I for my auditions for college. I loved Wicked, is the point of the video. Please. So in college, I picked up this Wicked witch doll. It would have been maybe 2007, 2008, somewhere in that range, because, you know, she was kind of pretty. And I was like, she could pass as Elphaba. So there's a better look at her. That's what she looks like. We're not going to be opening her today. She's going to stay in the box. So I have a long history with Wicked is basically what I'm saying. I did see it on Broadway one time. I saw it with a great cast. And to be honest, I like wasn't impressed. And I think it was maybe because I like built it up so far in my mind, you know? I was like, oh, Wicked's the best thing ever. And then I saw it and I was like, no, it was good. But like, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I do plan to. It's just like, I've been so busy. Sitting down for like 2.5 hours to like pay attention to something doesn't seem like something I'm capable of doing right now. I probably should have done it when I was off, but it's fine, no worries if not. But the point of the video today is that I have a long history with Wicked. I have these Wicked dolls that are taking up too much space in my display, so it's time to open them. And who shall we start with? Do we start with Glinda or Elphaba? Well, Elphaba's my favorite, so let's start with Glinda. That makes the most sense to me. I'm gonna open them up, both of them, and we'll take a look. Cue the loud sounds outside. Not the most pleasant unboxing experience I've ever had. There's lots of little tea ties that could potentially cause damage, so when you're opening them, make sure you're really checking the dress before you're pulling on the doll. I did do that. So my holes are minimal, but they're still there, of course. So let's start with Glinda. I have her on her stand here. She doesn't want to hold this thing. They made like the stick too small, so like it doesn't actually fit in her hand unless it sits all the way down, and that doesn't really make any sense. So there's the first problem. I'm gonna take it away from her. Just, can I have it? Thank you. So let's start up top here with this crown. It's a crown. And it's supposed to be like a bauble crown because this is the bauble dress, but I mean, it looks less expensive than you would hope. It looks really plasticky, and I think that they could have just really leveled that up by just making it metallic, honestly. Like, it's not that hard to put a metallic finish, and I don't think it's very expensive. There is like little bits of glitter in it. I don't think you can see it on camera. Can you see it from this direction? But it's not reading at all. I feel like that was wasted. Like, instead of the glitter, just make it a metallic finish. But the hair actually looks quite nice, and it's very soft. It's saran. The hairstyle, as you can see in here, looks okay. The face, the Ariana face, people don't like it. I kind of think it looks like her. It does have this really weird nose contour that looks kind of terrible. which, you know, if you're careful, you can just get rid of that. People say her eyebrows are too high. Ariana always has like this like sort of like concerned look on her face, and I feel like they captured it. They captured it on this doll. So she does have those like concerned eyebrows. There are little individual painted hairs off the front. They fade out to the dark solid. She does have some pink makeup that go all the way up to her eyebrows. She has Ariana's brown eyes, lots of mascara, the weird nose contour, there it is. She's got a little blush on the cheeks and then like a natural lip. I think it looks fine. It's pretty, it's good enough. The earrings are that same ugly plastic. It's so plasticky. And these are supposed to be the deluxe dolls, the ones that cost 40 doll hairs. I'm just saying. So let's just look at the dress on this deluxe doll for $40. It's extremely papery, like the most papery thing I've ever felt. And don't forget, the doll is $40. But the top of it has this like cheap sort of sheer fabric around the bust. It's a sweetheart neckline. It's got like an iridescent pattern over the top of the bodice that sort of like comes down into the dress, into the bubbly part of the dress. It's okay. I mean, it doesn't look expensive, I guess is what I'm saying. And it is a $40 doll. So it does have this big ball gown, and the way that they were able to get this shape is by using a garbagey, papery fabric. I understand that licensing is expensive and probably a lot of the budget of the doll was licensing. I just think for $40 they probably could have tried a little harder and done a little better. Now obviously I'm sitting here with the doll in my hands, which didn't deter me from buying it, and I think I did know when I bought it that it was a garbage dress and it had a bunch of garbage details, yet here I am sitting with the doll. It's got a couple layers of fabric. It's got like a little peplum layer, a longer layer, and then another layer here. It's effective, it gets the job done. It's a full pink ball gown, fancy dress. I want to say from a distance it looks okay, but I just feel like it looks like paper, especially because you can see like the under layer like is there's nothing done to it. Honestly, I don't think it looks good, and I think that in the future I would like to at least work on the skirt to make it a little less ugly. I think that's what I'm saying. I think that is what I'm saying about this doll. It does come with a stand, by the way. Hers is silver. It's just a little waist clip stand. That's the deluxe part, the stand, I guess. The shoes are this. The thing about the Glinda dolls is that every single one does have a different shoe style, so that's actually pretty nice. And these are just like pink, sort of sparkly, see-through shoes, and it has a very interesting heel on it. So the shoes are nice. Can't really complain about that. There is some sculpted detail on the back, which is hard to see because of the fact that they are see-through. There they are. That's okay. That's pretty nice. All of the Wicked dolls, except for the singing dolls, do come on an articulated body, and it's the same old story. Look at this. It's a Mattel doll whose arms come out to 180 degrees. Shock, horror, how unique, how interesting. But she does have a single jointed elbow. There's wrist articulation, nice. There's a gripping hand and just like a regular, like pretty normal hand. And the hand sculpt is really pretty. Like the base doll on these, I feel like generally across the board is nice. It's just like what they put on top of it that like really varies for me. She has knees that are single jointed. There's a swivel on that, so it will move a little bit. She will do this. I'm just fighting with the paper dress and I'm gonna wrinkle it and it's never gonna come out. She'll do this. She'll do a full split. Look at Glinda. Well, look what Glinda can do. Full split. Good for her, you know. And how long was that going on? That siren. Probably the whole thing. Well, it's tough fucking shit. Here's the accessory that she comes with. It's her little wand. She cannot hold it properly unless you elastic band it to her hand. Like, it's just gonna slide to the bottom and look strange. I really wish they just would have given it like a bigger grip so at least she could hold it properly. Like, I don't know. I know it sounds like I'm tearing the doll apart, and I kind of am because I want to compare this one to this one. And now, of course, this one didn't come with a stand. This one came just like this, but it comes in this cute little dress, okay? And I know it's not the most Glinda dress. This is the Glinda dress, and that's how they get you good, right? Everybody wants the doll in the Glinda dress, so they're gonna pay the $40 to get the doll that's lesser quality, because I think this one's better. This is the Ozdust Glinda. Now, she is obviously like not the Glinda because she's not wearing the Glinda dress, but I think personally that this is a better quality dress. It has lots of layers. It looks like it's not a higher quality material, but like from a distance it looks like a higher quality material. I feel like it has a lot of detail in it. I mean, sure, it's a lot of it is printed, but I feel like there's dimension to this one, whereas the other one like doesn't really have a lot of dimension. This one's got hair accessories also, and she comes with a little bag accessory, so she's also got the accessories. The good thing about the Glindas is they all do come with different shoes, so I think that those are really cute. Those are nice shoes. So in my opinion, which, you know, I'm just a girl in a box on the internet, this is a better doll, and this one cost $24. Like, I went crazy for the Wicked dolls, and I'm not sure why. I guess it's nostalgia. But if I wasn't crazy, I could have just bought this $24 doll, which is just as good base doll wise as the other one, and then I could have made her a nice Glinda dress, and that would have been more worth my time and my money. But here I am with all of them instead. The one thing of note about these dolls is they have a hard time sitting on like a traditional doll stand. Like, they always want to fall apart because they're just a little on the tall side. But that's Ozdust Glinda. But then there's this Glinda. And this personally is my favorite Glinda because I like these sort of like arriving to Shiz outfit. And it's probably because I just prefer more casual dolls. But I think, especially from a distance, this one looks expensive. This is also papery, but it feels a lot softer than the big ball gown dress. This is the same material as you see on the Ozdust doll. She's got like these little butterfly details on here. It's got like a foil sort of overlay on the blue part. Like, it's a lot of textures, it's a lot of dimension, it's a lot of detail. She comes with a little hair accessory here. She comes with a stack of books, and then this is her bag. The bags keep falling off, so do with that what you will. But this is a nice sturdy accessory also. And you know, once again, it's pretty much the same base doll. The hairstyles are slightly different. She also has a different set of shoes because all of the Glinda dolls do, which I think is really nice. Personally, this one's my favorite. I actually did end up having to go out of my way to find this one. You cannot find these anywhere. And I did pay secondhand prices for her. They were reasonable secondhand prices, but they were over retail. This one I'm quite happy to have in my collection, and I probably could have stopped with this one, dressed her up in all the outfits that I made with my own two hands out of quality fabrics. But you can find the Ozdust dolls all over the place. I think some of them are even on sale in some places. So I wouldn't recommend picking up the deluxe doll because I don't think it's worth the money. So now for Elphaba. This one, same deal with the accessory that I'm probably gonna take away from her. She cannot hold it properly without an elastic band in her hand. In the show, when she goes, "Hey," that's how she's holding the broom, and that's how I want her to hold the broom, and she cannot do that without assistance. That's a point of note. So this is your Deluxe Elphaba doll. Let's just talk about it. She's got this witch's hat, which is very movie accurate. It's made out of heavy plastic. It has this cute little bend in it. It's got some sculpted detail. I like the hat. The problem is it doesn't really stay in her head super well. So if you're like playing with this doll, there's no way that that hat's gonna stay on. We're gonna take that off for the rest of the review so I don't have to keep picking it up off the floor. Here's the hair. I love the hair. I love that Cynthia said that Elphaba should have braids. I love that they allowed for that to occur, and I love that the doll did it, okay? So this one's got sort of like a low side bow, and I think that's so cute. Am I biased towards Elphaba? Yes, but I do think that this one is better than the Glinda one. Let me just say that. But look at the face that they did for Cynthia. I just think it looks just like Cynthia, first of all. Second of all, the little smirk. Oh my god, it's precious, okay? You just don't see very many dolls with things like that. And I just feel like it's a nice attention to detail. She's got like a weird colored eyebrow. I'm not sure if like what color they are like in the movie, but they're kind of grayish on the doll. She does have some green makeup that sort of goes all the way up in the same sort of style as the Ariana one. She's got some mascara, she's got some green eyes, she's got a little smirky lip with some green lipstick perhaps, or maybe her lips are just green and she's wearing lip gloss. Not sure. I bet it's just lip gloss. But she also has freckles, which is so cute. And she does have little painted on baby hairs. And those are okay. I've seen Mattel do better with painted on baby hairs, if I'm honest. The outfit. Let's look at it. It's fine. But that's the thing. For $40, I feel like it should be more than fine. It's made out of like a sheer, cheap, sort of bouncy, crinkled, stretchy material, the outer layer. And then there's this underlayer of absolutely garbage, cheap poly. It's like a drugstore Halloween costume. That's what the texture of the fabric is underneath. And then it's got the overlay, which makes it look a little bit better, but it's not an expensive, nice dress that you would expect on a deluxe doll. Now, in my opinion, if you're going deluxe with something, like if you need to charge somebody $50 and actually do something nice, I feel like that's okay. You know what I mean? Because this isn't worth $40. Let's be honest, it just isn't. It just isn't. It's not worth $40. So the simplicity of the dress just is very basic. And then she comes with this cape, which also is very strange. So I just removed the cape from the doll and stuck it on inside out, because when you're displaying the doll from the front, which is normally how people display dolls, I want to see the nice side of the fabric that actually has the dimension and the texture, and not this side of the fabric. Do you know what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying? So it would have been better if they had built the cape in this direction, in my opinion. And it really is just a piece of fabric. That's all it is, just a piece of fabric. And it does have a little tie around the neck, which, you know, the police are coming because these dolls are overpriced and they're gonna arrest people at Mattel for actually charging people that much money for these. So it does have a tie around the neck, which I suppose is a detail that exists. It's just held on by a little tiny square of Velcro there. So flipping it inside out was easy. I mean, you can do it yourself, but I just feel like it would have been better if they'd built it for display purposes. Since I feel like they're like, here, take this garbage doll and display it like it's a work of art, you know what I mean? I'm removing her from her green stand, which is better than the silver stand, I suppose, that they gave Glinda. So enough rambling about poor construction and the cape. Let's have a look at her shoes. They're cool. These are cool boots. Would it have killed them to put like just a tiny bit of painted detail on it for $40? Probably not. It probably wouldn't have killed the budget, you know? But they're cool. They look like nice sort of witchy boots. That's the other thing. Like, I hardly can resist a witch doll. Just I feel like it's part of the appeal. They kind of have an asymmetric quality to them. I definitely think these are one of the stronger pieces that she has presently on her body. Those are pretty nice, let's be honest. We can be honest even though we're unhappy. And she's gonna have the same articulation as the Glinda. Of course, you've got your Mattel head, which is nice. The good arms, these are actually good arms. Single jointed elbow, your wrist, your knee. That is single jointed and will go to 90 degrees, but it also has a swivel on it, and that's cool. I like that. I think that's a pretty decent body. And the other thing to note about these dolls is they do have very large hands and feet, and people are annoyed by that because they don't fit into other shoes and things. I think they will fit into Monster High shoes, so if you want to put some Monster High shoes on them, there's the foot. But I like them personally because I feel like they have like a more people-y quality to them than those like itty bitty little Barbie feet. Like, I like big hands and feet on my dolls. What's there to really say about her? Not much, because there's not much to her for $40. She also came with this bag accessory, which this is a cool bag. It doesn't open or do anything. It's literally just an accessory. I can't get it on her at present. I want her to wear it like slung because I want to make her fly in my display. But there are others. There's your $24.99 Elphaba, your Ozdust Elphaba. She comes with the same hat, which I'm going to take off because it's going to fall off. That's another big issue that goes through the line. The hats really don't stay on. She also comes with the lovely braids. This one's in a low center pearl. Same face with the cute little edges, right? And then she's got this dress. I don't know. I think this dress is better than the other one. And I also think that it isn't so different from the other one that you're gonna miss it like you would, or you might, with the Glinda dress. And she also does come with a bag, and I think this bag is actually a little bit better because it will adjust. This is actually still tied to her body because I just thought it was easier to leave it like that. The dress has lots of dimension to it. Look at all the pattern all over it. She's got a little purple cutout. It's got a neckline that's kind of interesting. When you zoom out, look, you can see dimension on it. So like for me, I think that's kind of nicer than the other one that you're paying $40 for. This one again, $24.99, and I'm pretty sure you can get them on sale. If you wanted her to have a cape, how hard is it? Because Mattel did it quite easily. Just cut out a big square of fabric and Velcro it to her neck. Easy, right? These are the boots on this one. They are slightly, ever so slightly different than the other ones. They have laces instead of just like straps. Basically pretty much the same shoe. You're not gonna miss those other shoes if you don't have them in your collection. So I feel like realistically for $24.99, you could easily be fine with this being your Elphaba doll, right? So Deluxe Elphaba is kind of worthless unless you want a broom, but they also sell these brooms on Amazon. I'm pretty sure you can get them for a couple bucks. And I was using her as my flying Elphaba in my display, and I just gave her this broom. And you can get a doll that in my opinion is just as good of quality, even a little better maybe, and to quote Barbie, math class is hard, but for about $15 cheap. And then once again, moving on here, we have my favorite of the Elphabas, because once again, I like casual clothing. Here's our Shiz University Elphaba. She features a cute little green shirt with an asymmetric collar, a cute little sweater with asymmetric buttons. I did sew those buttons on, the original ones were printed. This is fuzzy though, so it has texture, and a cute asymmetric skirt. She has the same boots as the other more budget-friendly doll. And look, a pair of tights. I feel like, again, these originally retailed for $24.99, which is the lower end of the price range for these dolls. Unfortunately, these ones are harder to find because they were like exclusives. I paid $40 for her secondhand, which is the same price I paid for her, and I just think that she is better. It's a balancing act, but here she is with all of her stuff. Like, honestly, this broom is a nice accessory. It's just the weight of it is somewhat problematic. There's no way she's gonna be able to hold that properly. Like, this is elastic banded onto her hand, but it has like nice dimension and things in it. It's cool, if we're being honest. I really want to know what you think. Do you think these are worth $40? Do you think particularly this one is like the biggest scam on creation because everybody wants this dress, but then they just made it like garbage and just like we're like, yeah, people are gonna pay? What do you think about the Wicked dolls in general? What do you think about Wicked? Are you a musical theater girly like me, but like in secret? Like, it's a secret. I'm telling you all, but like I don't like to be known as the musical theater girl, you know? So I know that this was a video where I was just like basically like ripping these dolls a new one, but you know they're cute and they'll look nice in my display, especially from a distance when you're not looking up too close. And so that's my video on the Deluxe Wicked dolls. I really just wanted to take a good look at them and compare them to the cheaper versions of the dolls from the lines and see if they're worth your money. And in my opinion, they're absolutely not. And I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. She's coming down in a bubble. Goodbye. That's good, right? I'm gonna display her just like this. Yeah. Bye.